The assembly is asked to stand while the invocation is pronounced by Sister Bridget Johnson of the Sisters of Mercy. Please remain standing after the invocation and join Assistant Professor Constance Burke-Schmidt from the College of Health Professions in singing the Canadian National Anthem and the UDM Chorus and sing the United States National Anthem.
Gracious and loving God, it is right and fitting to praise you. You have blessed our graduates in so many ways in their days here at U of D Mercy. You have given them experts and teachers in their chosen field, and they are now prepared to give of themselves in service to others. You have blessed them with family and friends who have helped them to come to this day. We pray for these women and men graduating today, that they continue to be lifelong learners who recognize their need to constantly discover more about you and to discover how you want them to live. May they seek your help to faithfully live out their chosen callings. We ask your continued blessings on our graduates and on each of us here. May our world be enriched by the sharing of our gifts, and may we come to know more clearly the role each of us is to play in your plan of salvation. God of our journey, give us hearts warmed by your love and strengthened by your justice, that we may address the causes of suffering in our world. Give to each of us the confidence in you that will sustain us and give us life. May your desires come to fulfillment in us. We ask this in the name of Jesus, your Son and our brother. Amen.
No Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
It is now my pleasure to present to you the President of the University of Detroit Mercy, Dr. Antoine M. Garibaldi.
Thank you, Dr. Hazen. Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees, Sister Rosita Schiller. Trustees Brian Cloyd, Father John Stoudemire, and William Young. Today's honoree and speaker and former president, Father Gerald Stockhausen. University of Detroit Mercy faculty, staff, and students, parents, spouses, relatives, and friends of the 2014 graduating class, and most especially the 2014 class of University of Detroit Mercy. Welcome to today's ceremony and congratulations, graduates. A few years ago, commencement seemed a long-away dream as you began your undergraduate and graduate studies. Whether you were beginning a doctoral, specialist, master's, or bachelor's degree program, you knew that it was going to be a while before you would enjoy the excitement of walking across the stage for your first, second, or maybe even third degree. Your hard work and persistence have made today's dream possible. You know that you did not accomplish this goal on your own. Your families, especially your parents, spouses, and other relatives, have made many sacrifices so that you could attend and complete your undergraduate and graduate studies. Therefore, you can understand why today's ceremony is as important for them as it is for you. So please thank your family members for this personal support they have given you along the way. And this is also a good time to wish the mothers in the audience an early Happy Mother's Day. This afternoon, your class will receive 1,256 undergraduate and graduate degrees. 732 of you will receive a bachelor's degree, 503 a master's and specialist degree, and 21 will receive a doctoral degree. And you are a youthful and mature class. Almost 70% of you are 50, 25 years or younger, the bachelor's degree candidates, that is. But the class includes a 20-year-old and a very seasoned 69-year-old. Almost 60% of the 503 master's and specialist graduates are under the age of 30, and the age of our 21 doctoral candidates range from 27 to 58. The majority of you are from 19 states across the United States, from as close as Ohio to as far away as Washington and California. But some of you are from 6 other countries, including Canada, China, India, Malaysia, Nigeria, and Russia. Thank you for teaching us about your countries and adding to the global experience on campus. And we ask you to take the mission and spirit of UDM back to your home countries. As graduates of this 137-year-old university, you join more than 100,000 distinguished alumni who are leaders in their professions and in their communities. And it is for that reason that I encourage you to live the Jesuit and Mercy mission. Like many of our alumni, by giving special attention to the values of service, social justice, and concern for others. It should be very easy for you to follow that path in your chosen professions because of the thousands of hours of annual service many of you have given through local and national volunteer projects and also alternative spring and winter break periods. Continue to provide that kind of service because it is a hallmark of University of Detroit Mercy. And if you have not already done so, please take a moment to thank and show your appreciation to your University of Detroit Mercy faculty and staff over the next few days. They have provided you with valuable guidance and experiences that have helped you to develop not only intellectually and socially, but also spiritually and ethically. Graduates, before you formally graduate, I have a final charge for you to consider. Because we are a Catholic, Jesuit, and Mercy University, many people have recognized over the last year that there is much similarity between our university mission and the homilies and speeches of Pope Francis, some of which are included in a new book that is aptly titled The Church of Mercy. His constant focus on service, social justice, poverty, and urban challenges, particularly, as we know very well here in the city of Detroit, are partly influenced by his being a Jesuit and also because of his personal upbringing and experiences in Buenos Aires, Argentina. With this humble disposition, he can relate to everyday people who sense his compassion and mercy because he has been there with them. The incarcerated, the sick, the homeless, the poor, and victims of injustice. And so I ask you, as new graduates, to consider seriously Pope Francis's message of social justice and service, particularly to those who will need your assistance and your service over the years. So share your specialized talents and your education with them. You will improve our community, our nation, and also the world. And even more importantly, you will continue the purpose for which this university was founded in 1877. Congratulations, graduates. I wish you much success, and may God's blessings be always with you and your families. Congratulations.
The candidate for honorary degree will be presented by the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Pamela Zarkowski, and Sister Mary Rosita Schiller of the Sisters of Mercy and Vice Chair of the University's Board of Trustees.
Will Reverend Gerard Stockhausen of the Society of Jesus please come forward? As former president of University of Detroit Mercy and current chief operating officer and planning director with the Jesuit Conference, USA, Reverend Gerard L. Stockhausen, S.J., has distinguished himself as a strong advocate of Catholic higher education, a visionary leader, a skilled administrator, and a compassionate supporter of social justice. With his calm presence and commitment to the ideals of Jesuit and Mercy higher education, Father Stockhausen developed mutual admiration and respect among students, alumni, faculty, and staff during his 10-year tenure at UDM, 4 years as provost and vice president for academic affairs, and 6 years as president. During this time, he successfully led the university to numerous accomplishments, including increased student enrollment, expansion of academic programs, financial stability, athletic recognition, and community service. In creating the Office of Mission and Identity and selecting a permanent director for the Catholic Studies program, he further enhanced the university's Catholic identity. While at UDM, Father Stockhausen was actively involved in improving the neighborhoods around the university, as well as contributing to the greater Detroit community by serving as a director on community and civic boards, including the Detroit Economic Club and New Detroit. Since 2010, Father Stockhausen has served in an executive capacity for the Jesuit Conference, USA, utilizing his knowledge and experience, as well as his management and leadership skills, in helping the 10 Jesuit provinces throughout the country achieve strategic plans for more effective apostolic service, both nationally and internationally. Through these efforts, the Jesuit commitment to faith and social justice will continue to impact the lives of others for the greater glory of God. In recognition of his exceptional leadership to the University of Detroit Mercy, his many contributions to Catholic higher education, and his lifelong dedication to Ignatian spirituality, University of Detroit Mercy is honored to present Reverend Gerard L. Stockhausen, S.J., with the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations, Father Stockhausen.
It is now my privilege to present Father Gerard Stockhausen, former University of Detroit Mercy president, to deliver the commencement address.
Thank you very much, Dr. Garibaldi, Vice President Provost Zarkowski, and Sister Rosita Schiller, and members of the Board of Trustees, and all members of this university. It's a delight to be here. I left here 4 years ago. It's nice to come back and see all kinds of improvements. But I'm mainly here just to congratulate you, graduates of the class of 2014, and especially to congratulate all of you folks up there who were so much a part of their success. And I would follow what Dr. Garibaldi said in terms of greeting all of the mothers here in anticipation of Mother's Day, and jumping a month ahead, we could anticipate Father's Day too. Of course, you know that NASA had declared last Sunday to be Star Wars Day. If you just think about the date, May the 4th, it's a true story. I thought I would combine a little oral history of the university from my time here with some lessons for living. You have to have those as part of a graduation speech. But you know, people have asked me, what have you been doing since you left the university here? And well, I took a job in an orange juice factory, but then I was canned. I just couldn't concentrate. And I tried a job in a muffler factory, but it was too exhausting. I have a shout out to two people, the kind of people you want to have in your life. When I came here in the year 2000 as academic vice president and provost, the president of the university was Sister Maureen Fay. And she was a wonderful mentor for me. She took a chance on me as someone whose administrative experience some might have thought was a little thin, but it seemed to have worked out. She taught me a lot. She did a great job of introducing me to everyone that she knew and making sure that I was connected. We worked together very closely, but when it came to the academic area, she'd always say, "Oh, that's your decision, I'll stay out of it." And so just to have someone like that, look for that wherever you go. Look for where the mentors are and who can help you along your way. And the other person is the person who is my assistant here, Emmy Yazzie. Stand up. You also want to have somebody like Emmy in your life. Somebody who could anticipate what might go wrong, somebody who was a truth teller, somebody who was close to all of the little people on campus and could tell me when something was not going down well, and maybe I should take a look at that. And somebody who taught me a lot from her knowledge of the IT world. I especially remember one day she walked into my office and said, "Well, now you have a Facebook page." And I said, "Oh good, what do I do with it?" But she kept stretching me, especially in the IT world. So find people who can support you and tell you the truth. You know, I also tried being a professional fisherman, but I couldn't live on the net income. Speaking of people who are loyal and honest, that's the kind of people you want to have in your life, and I think of Vince Abadamarco, the CFO of the university. I always knew I was going to get a straight story from Vince, and that I really appreciated that. If he disagreed with what I was going to do, he told me clearly that he disagreed and why. It's great to have somebody like that around you. And just for the overall support, I want to thank my Jesuit brothers who I lived in community with, who were extremely supportive all my years here. Whether things were going well or it was a challenging time, they were always present. It's dangerous to speak of individuals because I have to leave out so many. The successes that we had while I was here were not due to my efforts, but due to the efforts of an awful lot of people. And I guess that's my first life lesson. You can't do it all yourself, so make sure you find good people to work with you. Second one is lifelong learning. It's a real privilege to be the academic vice president of a university. As I was doing it, I would interview every faculty candidate, which means that I had a conversation about what they were excited about their dissertations or the areas that were most exciting to them, and I learned all kinds of stuff, of the things that came from their interests, and got to appreciate a wide variety of what our faculty is up to. It was a great way to go on learning and to have the opportunity to celebrate student and faculty research. I had thought of being a historian, you know, but I didn't see any future in it. The main lesson I want to talk about is problem solving. And it comes with 3 stories about my time here at the university. And some of you will remember this stuff, and this is oral history, and so of course we can disagree about the facts. But the issue is when I think I'm boxed into a situation, there's probably something that I am taken for granted, something that I think is just given that needs to be examined. And the first story about this happened on the Outer Drive campus, the old Mercy campus out on Outer Drive in Southfield. And we had a late afternoon class schedule that went like from 4:30 to 6, something like that. And then the night classes that went like from 6:15 to 9:15 or something. And that group of people, students who came for the early class, often had something to eat with them, and then they would throw their stuff away in the wastebasket, and there wouldn't be room in the wastebasket, and it would spill over, and then everybody coming in for the evening class would see this mess. And we had meetings and meetings about what to do about those messes. And, you know, should we forbid students to eat or drink anything in class? Should we figure out how to bring housekeeping in during those 15 minutes between classes and clean everything up? You know, what could we possibly do? And there were long meetings about how are we going to make this work? And then somebody said, how about if we got bigger wastebaskets? Well, you know, duh. The thing that we were all taking for granted was the size of the wastebasket. And once you said that's a variable too, problem was solved. Another example was the dental clinic that was at Outer Drive. Middle of summer, it was only a couple years old, and temperature inside is in the 80s. Air conditioning is running full. Temperature is still in the 80s. What's wrong with the brand new air conditioning system? And, you know, working through all kinds of different possibilities. These units are up on the roof, these 4 units in a row, and testing each of those units and saying, yeah, it's working okay, and still not delivering. And the patients are getting upset, the students are upset, the faculty and the staff are upset because they're in a hot environment. And then someone noticed that even though those air conditioning units were each working correctly, they had been positioned so that the exhaust of one was next to the intake of the next one. And all they had to do was turn them 90 degrees, and the problem was solved. But we went for a big chunk of summer saying, we've got an insoluble problem. And it was solvable because something we had taken as given was not actually given. And then let me go to my third example, which is the big one. When in my first year or so of being academic vice president here, I was sitting with Sister Maureen Fay, the president, and we were admitting that we were facing some serious financial difficulties, some worrisome trends. And you know, this was about 10 years after consolidation with Mercy College and the University of Detroit, and all the desire to keep the Jesuit and Mercy traditions alive in the city of Detroit, and things weren't looking so good. I was reminded then of Father Herm Muller, who had written the centennial history of the University of Detroit in the 1970s. And some of the comedians in the Jesuit community suggested that he call it University of Detroit, the first 100 years, the years of crisis, which was pretty appropriate. And so we established this, those of you who are here can't possibly forget this, prioritization process. And we organized the whole university to look carefully at every single program, every academic program, every administrative program, you know, groundskeeping and admissions and financial aid and every single area you could think of throughout the university. We're going to study all of those and figure out where there could be some savings, because the mantra was that the best source of new revenue is to repurpose old revenue. And so Sister and I got these reports, first initial one at Thanksgiving that year, and then we spent our Christmas vacation together going through all these reports and saying, you know, somewhere in here is the answer to what we need to do. And it was getting pretty hard to find that answer. And finally, we just looked at each other and said, you know what? We cannot afford to have these two campuses. Our student body is not large enough to support this campus and the campus at Outer Drive that was the old Mercy campus. And that was a taken for granted. We couldn't possibly do that. We couldn't possibly think of getting rid of that campus because it was such an important part of the heritage. But when we put all the things together, we said, we have to do this. And we were able to get a good price for it. We sold it to Wayne County Community College, and we were able to use some of those funds to reinvest in this campus, brought our programs together, and the result was actually pretty positive. But it was that sense of, we've looked at everything, what could possibly give, what have we not examined? We've looked at all of the programs. Well, it wasn't the programs that were needed looking at, it was the facilities compared to the number of students we have. And so we did the unthinkable, and it took a whole lot of work on everybody's part. That leads to the fourth lesson I have, and that is, when you're measuring cost of something, there's a lot more important costs than the dollars. And don't underestimate them. The Mercy campus had been the home of the Sisters of Mercy. That was their mother house. It was where they had entered the convent. It was where they took their vows. It was their home. And they had to give that up, see that main building demolished. And you know what the Sisters of Mercy said to us when we proposed this? They said, consolidation was all about ensuring the future of Catholic Jesuit Mercy higher education in the city of Detroit. And if that's what it takes, so be it. They were troopers. I'm so grateful to them. And it was a loss of place, a loss of culture, a loss of relationships, a loss of traditions. And all of those were costs. And it was the cost of moving to this campus, telling all the people on this campus, you're going to have to shrink in a little bit to make room for other folks. My fifth life lesson here is, don't underestimate people's ability to step up and be creative. And that's what happened. It's a lot like Detroit these days. all sorts of people are stepping up and being very creative about this city and making good things happen here. So that's my oral history, my life lessons about you can't do it all yourself. Stay in tune with lifelong learning. When faced with something insoluble, ask yourself, what have I assumed is fixed that really isn't fixed? Measure all of the costs, not just the financial ones, and don't underestimate people's ability to step up and be creative. So there. I'm very proud of my time here, the contribution I could make to this wonderful university, and there's no better way to be reminded of the greatness of this university than this event right here and now. To look out at all of you graduates from many different countries, ethnic backgrounds, races, religions. We all come together in this Catholic University with a capital C and Catholic University with a small c for universal. So make us all proud of you as you go forward. Live out your life lessons. Find yourself mentors and helpers who can make your life terrific. God bless you.
It is my pleasure to call to the platform the valedictorian of the class of 2014, Miss Elizabeth Grabowski from the School of Architecture.
I thought for a very long time about what I would share with all of you today. I could share what I have learned. I can inspire you with a personal story, but I thought the very best thing to do would be to talk about superheroes. Probably not what you expected, but I believe inherent in every superhero story is something that we who call Detroit home know quite a bit about. Now that I'm graduating, I can critique the wise words I've learned from a great professor and close friend. My professor once told me, Elizabeth, the greatest enemy of humankind is comfort. By this, I believe he meant that with every little thing that makes life a bit easier, we forget a little bit about what it took to get us there. Now, my critique of this would be more of an elaboration. That struggle and discomfort make us greater people. This may sound strange, but let's recall superheroes. My personal favorite is Spider-Man, even though Thor is pretty handsome. I'd like all of you to think of your own favorite superheroes in your head. What journey did they take to get them there? I bet every single one of them had to endure some sort of personal struggle in order to become the hero they are today. Spider-Man was not the web-slinging, quick-tongued fighter he is today when he was first bit by that radioactive spider. He lost his uncle, endured high school, fought numerous villains, and in addition to all the everyday turmoil of being a teenager and then college student, had to figure out how to get the girl. All of this contributing to the hero he becomes. Often we see struggle and discomfort as a negative, but instead it should be embraced as a positive experience that makes us stronger, think more deeply, see more clearly, and act with more resolve. Therefore, in the words of John Wayne, a better word to use would be grit. And I think the grit that makes every superhero who they are is the exact same grit that we here have in Detroit and at the University of Detroit Mercy. We've got grit, we've got soul, and we've got moxie. And it didn't happen overnight. We had to work for it through long hours in studio, studying for exams, writing long papers, and most importantly, learning in an environment that promotes personal growth by helping others. What we have been given is a gift. When I first came to this school, I understood this marvelous creative city from a distance. In the 5 years that I have gone to school here, I have only uncovered a portion of the opportunity that lies here. Detroit has attracted some of the most creative people in the entire world, and the reason for that is because in challenges there are opportunities. Innovation and opportunity do not exist in comfort, in passiveness, or in stagnation. They exist in a place like this, where neighbors donate money to community projects over soup, where hotels made of shipping containers are a possibility, where any idea can be brought to the table by anyone. They exist in a place like this, where hard work produces results and the people right in front of you are the ones making things happen. If you walk away from UDM with anything, I hope it is this: the desire to put yourself in the middle, to help others, to be progressive and never be comfortable. Never forget what you have learned in this unique setting that is the Jesuit and Sisters of Mercy tradition in Detroit at the University of Detroit Mercy. With every challenge you embrace, think of the opportunities that exist in your personal growth and what you might contribute to this world. But let's not forget the people in our lives that also challenge us. I'd like to thank my parents and my family and all the other Uncle Bens, Aunt Mays, and Mary Janes, to all the students here that have pushed us to be the people we are now and will continue to challenge us so that we may be more. I'd like to thank all the professors here at the University of Detroit Mercy, specifically the Detroit Collaborative Design Center, Aldo Calandria, Vladik Fuchs, and Tony Martinico for helping us to get that grit, for opening our eyes to see more clearly and to act more passionately and to think more deeply. Now, we may not go into the world and become Wonder Woman or Superman, but I know I'm going to take my Detroit grit and the drive I have been given here at UDM to empower and benefit every opportunity and every person I encounter. I am going to embrace challenge, conflict, and change. I will fuel my creative passion to work with others for the benefit of humanity and create in the spirit of Detroit. Whoever you are and wherever you go, represent Detroit in this light and take the gift you have been given here with you and embrace the next challenge.
Will the candidates for doctoral degrees please rise? These candidates will be presented by the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Pamela Zarkowski.
President Garibaldi, on behalf of the faculty and trustees of the university, I present these candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Engineering, and Doctor of Nursing Practice, and recommend that such degrees be conferred upon them.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the doctoral degree for which you have been recommended and pronounce you sons and daughters of University of Detroit Mercy forever. Congratulations.
Doctor of Philosophy, Kelly L. Bryce. Mira Salih. Shannon L. Fowler. Lena Hadid. Whitney A. Kantic. Lisa G. Lasala. Toby Lynch. Catherine M. McCullough. Julie Ann Pavola. Anna C. Petway. For the Doctor of Engineering, Mohammed Abdul Haq, who's being hooded by Dr. Nazar Al-Halulu. Ahmed S. Suleiman. For the Doctor of Nursing Practice, Angela M. Allen. Gregory M. Bazamowski. Clarice M. Carter. Belinda S. Marson. Heather Roebuck. Leslie E. Simmons. Elisa D. Smith. Christina M. Warjes. Congratulations to our new doctors.
The presentation of specialist, master, and bachelor degree candidates. The candidates who will have completed the requirements during and at the close of the 2013-14 academic year for the degrees in course will now be presented by the deans of the respective schools and colleges of the university. The degrees will be conferred by Dr. Antoine M. Garibaldi, President of University of Detroit Mercy. The candidates for the specialist degree, master's degree, and bachelor's degree from the College of Liberal Arts and Education will please rise. These candidates will be presented by the Dean, Dr. Mark Denham.
President Garibaldi, on behalf of the College of Liberal Arts and Education, I present these candidates for the degree of Specialist in School Psychology, Master of Arts, Master of Arts in Economics, Master of Arts in Financial Economics, Master of Arts in Liberal Studies, Master of Science in Computer and Information Systems, Master of Science in Information Assurance, Master of Science in Intelligence Analysis, Bachelor of Arts Honors Program, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science in Computer and Information Systems, Bachelor of Science in Education, Bachelor of Social Work, and recommend that such degree be conferred upon them.
Please be seated. The candidates for the master's degree and bachelor's degree from the College of Engineering and Science will please rise. These candidates will be presented by the Dean, Dr. Gary Kulik.
President Garibaldi, on behalf of the College of Engineering and Science, I present these candidates for the degree of Master of Science, Master of Civil and Environmental Engineering, Master of Electrical and Computer Engineering, Master of Mechanical Engineering, Master of Science in Product Development, Master of Science in Software Engineering, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science in the Honors Program, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Bachelor of Civil Engineering, Bachelor of Electrical Engineering, Bachelor of Mechanical Engineering, Bachelor of Engineering, and recommend that such degree be conferred upon them.
Please be seated. The candidates for the master's degree and bachelor's degree from the College of Business Administration will please rise. These candidates will be presented by the Dean, Dr. Joseph Eisenhower.
President Garibaldi, on behalf of the College of Business Administration, I present these candidates for the degrees of Master of Business Administration and Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, and recommend that such degrees be conferred upon them.
Please be seated. The candidates for the master's degree and bachelor's degree from the College of Health Professions will please rise. These candidates will be presented by the Dean, Dr. Christine Piccini.
President Garibaldi, on behalf of the College of Health Professions, I present these candidates for the degree of Master of Health Services Administration, Master of Science in Nurse Anesthesiology, Master of Science Physician Assistant, Bachelor of Science, and recommend that such degree be conferred upon them.
Please be seated. The candidates for the master's degree and bachelor's degree from the Macaulay School of Nursing will please rise.
President Garibaldi, on behalf of the Macaulay School of Nursing, I present these candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Nursing, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and recommend that such degree be conferred upon them.
Please be seated. The candidates for the master's and bachelor's degree from the School of Architecture will please rise. These candidates will be presented by the Dean, Professor William Wittig.
President Garibaldi, on behalf of the School of Architecture, I present these candidates for the degree of Master of Architecture, Master of Community Development, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science in Architecture, and recommend that such degree be conferred upon them.
Please be seated. The conferring of specialist, master, and bachelor's degrees. Now that the candidates from all of the colleges and schools have been recognized, a very solemn moment is about to take place, the conferring of the degrees. This marks the official moment when graduation occurs. To honor and respect this important moment, I ask all of the candidates to please rise and remain quiet. I also request the audience to remain silent while the president of the university confers the degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the bachelor's, master's, and specialist degrees for which you have been recommended, and pronounce you sons and daughters of University of Detroit Mercy forever. Congratulations.
Okay, as a sign of the granting of your degree, please move your tassel from the right to the left side of your cap. The graduates will please be seated. And the platform party, sponsoring institution representatives, Board of Trustees, administration, and faculty of the university, please rise, face the graduates, and join in a round of applause to the class of 2014. Now the presentation of specialist, master, and bachelor's diplomas. The graduates of the various schools and colleges of the university will now proceed to the platform, as called, to receive their diplomas from the president of University of Detroit Mercy, Dr. Antoine Garibaldi. Families and friends are requested not to prolong their spontaneous expressions of joy and support in order that the next candidate's name can be heard. I think the College of Liberal Arts is coming up. The graduates from the College of Liberal Arts and Education will please rise and proceed as directed by the faculty marshals.
Specialist in School Psychology, Tamar Amy Avakian. Brianna Paulina Calihan. Lori Eleanor Coman. Allison D. Frazier. Master of Arts, Jason Adnan Abdow. Matthew Amaker. Sonia Amin. Sherahan S. Ayesh. Stephanie Marie Barsky. Meletta N. Brown. Erin Marie Borshin. Shelvan L. Butler. Alexandria Grace Case. Shamika Renee Chillis. Kim Marie Dale. Colleen Dempsey. Marsha A. Devlin. Stephanie Anthony Douglas. Chantel R. Drake. Kelly M. Felder. Jonathan Robert Forgiel. Mallory Margaret Gardner. Folayan Fola Gibson. Norma Deneen Goodlett. Heather R. Hatter. Kristen Michelle Hodge. Krista Marie Hain. Philip Mitchell Hunter. Taylor Vincent Hunter. Tujuana Danielle Jacobs. Dominique Jonta Michelle Johnson. Derek Matthew Jones. Rachel Diane Kern. Gregory Brian Konopka. Natalie M. Kroll. Nadine Marie Langley. Wendy Nichols. Justin R. Petty. Monique Deneen Roddy. Marky Alice Silverman. Ariel J. Simon. Elizabeth J. Smith. Walter Lewis Stevenson Jr. Bethel Tibabu. Gimbu K. Walker. E. Martinez Whitfield. Shannon Ruth Wilmert. Tomasz Vichak. Master of Arts in Economics. Dauda Diarasuba. Alan Raphael Mendel. Master of Arts in Financial Economics. Tingni Bien. Yang Yang Chen. Yuhan Du. Yufeng Fu, Wei Hu, Yichen Hu, Yuqian Liu, Shuiying Pan, Yenting Shen, Ho Sun, Jun Tang, Yang Shu, Xingxian Yan, Haowan Yang, Rodan Zhang, Yayi Zhang, Ling Zhou, Tao Tao Zhou, Master of Arts in Liberal Studies, Chevelle J. Austin, Valar Renee Hall, Tony Christian Farrar, Troy Farrar, Master of Science, Todd Raymond Gusky, Albert Bakar Lansana, Master of Science in Computer and Information Systems, Lei Gu, Lisa S. Lass, Janice Pierce, Heng Zhan, Master of Science in Information Assurance, Patrick Kevin Baker, Jamar C. Johnson, Robert James Lake, Michael T. Mangenje, Wissam Rassam, Suzanne M. Rutkowski, Kenneth E. Scroy, Master of Science in Intelligence Analysis, Adam R. Boots, Matthew Ryan Francis, Sarah A. Martinez, David R. Stabley, Amanda Jane Witkowski, Bachelor of Arts Honors Program, Kevin Lawrence Costin, summa cum laude, Michelle Lydia Lenning, summa cum laude, Catherine M. Rinna, summa cum laude, Bachelor of Arts, Quantrell Leon Barber, Griffin Bland, summa cum laude, Jermaine Beaumar, Thomas R. Bowen, magna cum laude, Tiffany Renee Brown, Joseph Michael Boudry, summa cum laude, Donita Burke, Aaron Campbell, Francesca M. Castiglione, Sarah Chehab, cum laude, Huan Chen, cum laude, Raina S. Coleman, Louisa Danielle Coppola, summa cum laude, Sean P. Chrisman, magna cum laude, Jane Elizabeth Deagle, Nikia Janae Duncan, Catrice Evans, Ali A. Fardoon, summa cum laude, Adam J. Gallegos, Garrett Allen Gooch, Jiangyu Guo, Megan Judith Hatter, Lakshmi Kamra Diane Head Hancock, summa cum laude. Khalees Christine Hendricks. Carrie L. Hepner, magna cum laude. Faris Isam Jaghab. Rhonda J. Johnson. Amber R. Kilanowski, magna cum laude. Morgan L. Lear, summa cum laude. Jingwei Lang. Jianqi Liu, magna cum laude. Joseph McLean, magna cum laude. Mark W. Madden. Ashley Michelle Malshevsky. Edward F. Martell, summa cum laude. Karen Michelle McCarty. Ian Walker McDonald Wilkins. Jasmine McFarland, cum laude. Nicole Erin Meisner, cum laude. Annie Marie Mendoza. Lianzheng Miao, cum laude. Bianca Christine Moore. Kyle Thomas Moore, magna cum laude. Zachary R. Morgan. Emily Melissa Oberheim. Alexander Burnell Odorfer. Deborah Elizabeth Parsons. Emma Jane Pichet. Curtis Dale Pulliam. Taylor Yvonne Ragland. Lauren Michelle Regal, summa cum laude. Elijah John Robertson. Christina Maria Rodriguez Pagan. Alexandria Rose Schmidt. Angela Schoenfeld, cum laude. Allison M. Sears. Sine D. Shearer. Zheng Shen. Kianda M. Smith. Akinyemi Olumide Solanke, magna cum laude. Michael Allen Soviak. Jennifer M. St. Amant. Nina Nubilia Stabile. Nicolette Rose Stanley, summa cum laude. Stephen N. Sudney. Tanya Elizabeth Tapati. Ian R. Thibodeau. Andrea Marie Vallelunga. Hezi Wang. Shu Wang. Ye Wang. Carly Christine Williamson, summa cum laude. Adam Christopher Winbigler. Chenhua Wu. Jenkun Wu. Xiao Xie. Duo Shu. Lei Yu. Jing Yuan. Rachel Ann Zaram, magna cum laude. Mingnan Zhu. Thomas R. Zimmer, cum laude. Paige N. Zumetsky. Kira Louise Curly Poppy. Troy Brandon Dennis, magna cum laude. Jacqueline Elizabeth Dillon, summa cum laude. Michelle Christina Haley. Brandy Monet Hart. Niema Kendra Harvey, summa cum laude. Megan Nicole Kitka. Abigail Ruth McCollum. Jonas Powell. Oriana N. Smith. Kayla M. Zahner, summa cum laude. Bachelor of Science in Computer and Information Systems, Kyle L. Sisko. Jillian M. Jones. Elena Strakova. Bachelor of Science in Education, Daniel R. Preston. Jennifer Rojas, summa cum laude. Bachelor of Social Work, Amer G. Abdul Ghafoor, summa cum laude. Chelsea Rose Carney. Samuel Rafferty Felton, summa cum laude. Tracy Gallardo, summa cum laude. Anita R. Gibbs, cum laude. Johnny Paul Haddad, cum laude. Lavitria R. Terrell, summa cum laude. Isis Demille Gibson.
The graduates from the College of Engineering and Science will now receive their diplomas.
Master of Civil and Environmental Engineering, Yang Yi Jun Gao. Muad Bashir Ziglam. Rudy Elias Bazuni. Yu Bien. Hao Liu. Leonardo Alberto Martinez Roman. Hong Fuok Ngayan. Zi Wang. Yu Ting Wu. Hong Yi Zhang. Master of Mechanical Engineering, Megan Helen Marie Freeman. Jinghan Fu. Jia Yun Gao. Nicholas Ryan Honor. Ming Ming Hu. Shi Jun Zhao. Samuel Reyes Quinones. Jiang Guang Shao. Raghavan Narayan Settler. Lin Shi Chen. Juan Felipe Salazar Prieto. Eileen In. Mohammed Ekfire. Bachelor of Arts, Megan Calihan, cum laude. Erica Elizabeth Krieger. Brandon Nicholas Pappas. Sabrina Imran Wadud. Bachelor of Science Honors Program, Braden Lee Diam. Alexis Christine Kanja. Bachelor of Science, Fatima Ali Abdullah, summa cum laude. Jenna Elaine Alberts. Emily Ann Albrecht, magna cum laude. Derek Raymond Baker, cum laude. Christopher Barnard. Mustafa Bazi. Ian Michael Beaver, magna cum laude. Suhail Bilbazi. Ashley Elizabeth Bruno, summa cum laude. Erica Carufel. Hei-Fai Chung, cum laude. Rachel Lynn Clippard. Meredith Colosi, magna cum laude. James E. Crittenden. Brittany L. Dell. Anthony J. Donald, cum laude. Ria Duta, cum laude. Victoria Kaylee Egger, magna cum laude. Talia Marie Finelli, summa cum laude. Jamie Lauren Faruja, summa cum laude. Christopher Joseph Fronczak, summa cum laude. Ishwar Paul Singh Gill, cum laude. Jacqueline Graybo. Alexander Gregory Griffith. Raina Halaby, summa cum laude. Jessica Renee Hazard, summa cum laude. Sahar Hamdan. Mustaner Hussein. Noor Kashat, magna cum laude. Alexander Klott. Allison Marie Coughlin, cum laude. Matthew James Coral. Sarah Beth Kuhn, summa cum laude. Jonathan Kai. Jessica Lee Labond, magna cum laude. Matthew R. Lining, cum laude. Tia Ashley Longo, summa cum laude. Kamal Bilal Mahizan. Robert J. Mode, summa cum laude. Marisol Ferris Musu Akrawi. Kevin Edward Offstring. Tyler James Peters, summa cum laude. Tess Marie Piotrowski, summa cum laude. Sarah Kimberly Poche. Kelsey R. Pruitt. Suzanne Kareem Reshuni. Olivia Shin Ming Ray. Roseanne Majed Ryan, summa cum laude. Bronte Mary Savaya, summa cum laude. Alexandra Schroeder, magna cum laude. Alex Michael Sexton. Simon Munstasar Shamoun. Zachary R. Smith, magna cum laude. David M. Stang. Philip Clark Swantek, magna cum laude. Miranda L. Soborski. Naomi Thacker. Maxwell James Trombley, cum laude. Thomas Paul Twardecki, III, magna cum laude. Mary C. Valente. Ciara Jordan Viola, cum laude. Jenna Louise Wansowicz, summa cum laude. Athmar Mary Yaldo. Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Andrew J. Suchi. John Thomas He Webster. Bachelor of Civil Engineering. Charles Marshall Anthony. Cole Alexander Goyke. Mary Christina Koger, summa cum laude. Bachelor of Electrical Engineering. Gregory Michael Bussell. Joseph Anthony Casilio. Stephen Ivanix. Bachelor of Mechanical Engineering. Elizabeth Marie Arroyo, summa cum laude. Harrison Rittenhouse Bowl. Stephen Andrew Dara. Yasin Mahmoud Jawad. Bokai Jean. Joseph Anthony Mauro, magna cum laude. John Peter McNally II, summa cum laude. Patrick Leo Pulowski. Zachary Schmidt. Jeremy M. Stoichkov. Chao Tong. Bachelor of Engineering, Chung Shu Gu. Yun Pen Hang. Xiao Duo Liu.
The
Master
graduates
of Business
from the
Administration.
Oh, I'm sorry. The graduates
Michelle
from the
Marie Aby.
College of Business Administration.
Robert Matthew Ahrens. Oais Shah Alam. Caitlin Rose Avery. Takita Marie Bell. Jeanette Jolene Bradley. Nicholas J. Cannon. Zan Cao. Jia Chi Cao. Dritan Tenko.
Sorry, Joe.
Chiao Peng Chue. Rebecca Ruth Coleman. Anne-Marie Elizabeth Colombo.
I was, but she
Stephanie Lorraine Cooper.
give me a chance. I have been doing this. I just missed that one.
Irvis Shendet Fama. Andrew Muckerman Fisher. Diane N. Gistenmar. LaShondra D. Hawkins. Tracy Ann Hrabowski. Marvetta Denise Huckstep. Angel Willette Johnson. Malika Lynette Johnson. Susan Renee Cockstein.
Would you please keep it fair to everybody? Thanks.
Leanne Hee Jong Kim. Jake Ryan Kopek. Kuparaj Babu Kupusami Ramu. Lashonda Denise Mahoney Brumit. Mario Martin Hermosillo. Christopher Charles Nemus. Wendy N. Nix. John C. Noir. Bruno Alejandro Overa Diaz. Lance J. Palmara. Zheng Kang Pan. Gerta Rapo. Cherise Hayes. Vincent James Rakia. Samantha Ryan Rakuta. Nicholas Andrew Smith. Nicole Shante Smith. Sean Ivan Smith. Christine Renee Smith Johnson. Gary Robert Stark. Trevor Patrick Stuve. Nan Soon.
I've been following it. I'm just gonna...
Corey Gerard Taliaferro. Tiffany Dartessa Tilly.
Thanks.
Alexander Michael Tolksdorf. Meng Tian Wang. Ji Guo Wang. Okay. Yuan Yao. Xin Yin.
Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Melissa M. Barrett. Erican Bay, cum laude. Kyle W. Benford. Evan John Bruinsma, summa cum laude. Alexis M. Deitch, summa cum laude. Alexandra P. Dornbrock, magna cum laude. Shui Feng. Sarah Rose LaFrance, summa cum laude. Anthony J. Lavelle. Nicole Ann Oliver. Anna E. Obrosco. Tyron V. Pankey Williams. Kevin P. Pincus. Timothy S. Robertson. Jeffrey D. Senecal. Anthony Wayne Shepard, summa cum laude. Adam P. Silverman. Patrick L. Soltis, summa cum laude. Christian J. Williams, summa cum laude. Jue Yang. Ru Zhang. Meijun Zhu.
The graduates from the College of Health Professions will now receive their diplomas.
Master of Health Services Administration, Kai Kai Chen. Marvin A. Hunt. Wixenia Zhao. Blake M. Koloff. Chantal M. Letts. Amir H. Merabi. Renee L. Monarch Tedder. Letha D. Murray. Kenneth Rates. Kathy L. Square. Jihua Sun. Gayleen Tarosian. Catherine Woodstock. Kong Zhao. Master of Science in Physician Assistant, Shanatha Elakalitib. Amal F. Badran. Christopher D. Barnard. Erica C. Carufel. Rachel L. Clippard. Angelina R. Gibson. Jacqueline R. Grabo. Kelly Henry. Christina J. Hops. Danielle R. Miller. Ashraq H. Saleh. Charlene S. Staff. Miranda L. Zuborski. Naimi G. Thacker. Alexandra C. Tiefel. Mary C. Valenti. Philip J. Villanueva. Kathleen L. Weishar. Bachelor of Science in Health Services Administration, Veronica M. Allard. Alexandra O. Erebor. Vaskin J. Hartonian. Sharmita M. Lacey. Vanixa Patel. Allison M. Polonis. Samantha W. Casara. Suzanne M. Rainier. Jeffrey C. Webb. Maureen R. Wilkie, cum laude. Chanel J. Freeman. Bachelor of Science in Health Services, Tahir
The
S.
graduates
Ahmad.
from the Macaulay School of Nursing will now receive their diplomas.
Master of Science in Nursing, Janelle C. Abu Nasser. Taylor K. Brazelton. Timakina Dansby. Marissa E. Engel. Barbara T. Finkenbein. Wendy L. Hoots. Wendy Johnson. Shayna Lee. Angelique Yvonne May Madison. David Harley McCollum. Jennifer B. Montresor. Selena R. Neal. Daphne Pierre Lewis. Kimberly J. Plater. Anna L. Richardson. Latoya N. Sanders. Saria Sawar. Veronica V. Smith. Sherry L. Stone. LaShondra D. Sullivan. Lisa D. Sorovic. Crystal A. Terwellen. Valesha A. Turner. Paulette J. Wayne. Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Dane Adams. Deborah Albertson. Jason T. Ardeline, magna cum laude. Carly J. Babcock, summa cum laude. Amber L. Ball, cum laude. Darcy Berry. Courtney L. Basone, magna cum laude. Nipa Begum, magna cum laude. Ashley N. Bernard, cum laude. Nancy E. Berthume. Laura K. Bevins, magna cum laude. Savanderjeet K. Bindra. Abigail F. Blackmer. Alyssa K. Baustler, cum laude. Sarah K. Boone. Nicole M. Basma, magna cum laude. Catherine J. Boven, cum laude. Nicole J. Brisley. Ashley R. Bush. Angela Canarella. Amanda J. Cecil, magna cum laude. Christopher E. Childers. Angel P. Cole, summa cum laude. April M. Comfort. Sarah L. Cup, summa cum laude. Andrea T. Diana. Andrea N. Decrene, cum laude. Anne-Marie Del Pop, magna cum laude. Benjamin E. Devlin Ruel. Bridget A. Dooley, cum laude. Joyce Y. Evans. Michelle C. Phillip, magna cum laude. Shanice J. Fitzpatrick, cum laude. Natalie J. Folino, summa cum laude. Carrie A. Fox, magna cum laude. Chelsea N. Fredericks, magna cum laude. Shadia L. Gallagher. Lauren A. Janord, magna cum laude. Hannah K. George, magna cum laude. Bianca I. Gonzalez, magna cum laude. Amelia D. Green, magna cum laude. Linda S. Hammond. Sarah E. Hannes, cum laude. Danielle H. Harto, magna cum laude. Lauren M. Havern. Khalees C. Hendricks, Linda A. Henley, Mary V. Herman, Rachel M. Hofsis, magna cum laude, Melinda Hubbard, Robbie A. Huckabee, Susanna Ivazi, summa cum laude, Brianna Rachel Jefferson, Danielle R. Jodway, magna cum laude, Sharice A. Johnson, Mary Frances L. Jones, summa cum laude, Andrea X. Cotsionis, magna cum laude, Michael L. Keller, summa cum laude, Jean Stella Kim, Hannah M. Klenk, summa cum laude, Christia E. Cook, magna cum laude, Amanda S. Kunis, magna cum laude, Aaron N. Kokotovich, mag cum laude, Elena N. Krohn, cum laude, Nicholas F. Kurzura, Gary M. LaDuke II, summa cum laude, Stacy N. LaFleur, summa cum laude, Bobby L. Lane Beardsley, Angelina Lee, Gabrielle N. Lipinski, magna cum laude, Julia L. Makesum, summa cum laude, Shelby N. Mamo, magna cum laude, Brianne N. Martin, summa cum laude, Kaylee A. Martin, cum laude, Stephen A. Mustrachi, cum laude, Bianca A. Matthews, magna cum laude, Amanda K. Matia, summa cum laude, Kimberly Matina, summa cum laude.
Excuse me, will you please try to keep it brief and relatively quiet? We know you're happy, but the next person's name can't be heard. Thank you.
Caitlin D. McAllister, Brooke C. McConnell, summa cum laude, Sarah N. McGuckin, magna cum laude, Megan A. McClellan, magna cum laude, Samantha L. Milana, magna cum laude, Brian M. Milashevsky, magna cum laude, Michelle A. Monert, summa cum laude, Amy L. Moons, Jamila S. Muhammad, summa cum laude, Quinn J. Murnane, cum laude, Megan K. Nichols, magna cum laude, Jamie M. Nicky, Erica D. Norton, summa cum laude, Stella I. Obinya, Paige Oftring, magna cum laude, Kodichima Obana, Christine H. Pascua, Brittany L. Patwin, Lindsay N. Pilak, Lisa A. Perzowski, magna cum laude, Christy L. Peters, Tessa R. Postmus, cum laude, Michael N. Pugh, Rachel K. Pugh, Aaron C. Quinn, magna cum laude, Sean P. Quinn, summa cum laude, Danielle A. Redding, magna cum laude, Rachel A. Rickenbach, summa cum laude, Ashley M. Rickert, magna cum laude, Kelsey C. Rick, magna cum laude, Lauren T. Roberts, magna cum laude, Kathleen S. Romig, Lisa C. Rousseau, Stephanie D. Richko, Carolyn L. Sanders, Alexandra M. Scharfnitz, summa cum laude, Katie S. Shahouse, Caitlin M. Schweiger, magna cum laude, Ronak K. Shah, Bianca M. Skoronsky, magna cum laude, Marissa L. Slack, magna cum laude, Samantha J. Sobey, cum laude, Peyton L. Stadwick, magna cum laude, Veronica F. Stewart, Alicia N. Strickland, Jillian M. Tuck, Allison K. Tilley, summa cum laude, Jacqueline P. Truscott, summa cum laude, Shelley L. Tuck, Melissa K. Turner, magna cum laude, Portia L. Ufat, Jordan E. Van Overbeck, summa cum laude, Catherine M. Vogt, Brittany M. Wagner, cum laude, Samantha M. Walker, magna cum laude, Mary C. Walsh, magna cum laude, Gloria J. Washington, Alyssa J. Wilbert, April L. Williams, Jill C. Wiltsey, magna cum laude, Samantha A. Wright, magna cum laude, Cassandra Connolly, magna cum laude.
The graduates from the School of Architecture will now receive their diplomas.
Master of Architecture, Tyler Mitchell Barron. Krisha Busyar, Jennifer Leora Camp, Sarah Elizabeth Chichowski, Atlanta Catherine Connor, Adam L. Cook, Elizabeth Carolyn Gabrowski, Daniel Charles Kassab, Jeffrey A. Antonio Monicacci, Brian Moore, Sandra M. Nava, Mauricio Perez, Ross Allen Piper, Alfredo G. Quintana, Joseph Stephen Raffin, Scott Allen Reynolds, Jessica Ann Rousseau, Ethan William Sims, Christina Marie Smith, Irina Vermish, Mary Hannah Walsh, Christopher James Zahilek, Master of Community Development, Scott Christopher Douglas, Joseph Keller Gruber, Daniel Everett Meyering, Alexandra Renee Mueller, Bachelor of Arts, Lori Evelyn Allen, Kamara Alia Font, cum laude, Nicholas Arthur Yim, Bachelor of Science in Architecture, Christopher Sands Campbell, Christopher Alexander Onichu, Alyssa M. Seidel, Joshua James Wilt.
Ms. Kate McCarroll, class of 1998 and 2003, will now give remarks on behalf of the UDM Alumni Association.
As a 1998 and 2003 graduate of the University of Detroit Mercy, I am honored to be one of the first to welcome you to our Alumni Association. I know that I speak for the thousands of proud UDM alumni around the world when I say, Congratulations on your achievements. Thinking back to the day I sat in those seats, I remember what a mix of emotions I had. Pride in my accomplishments, relief to be finished, excitement for my new journey, sad that my time at UDM was over, and fear for the unknowns that lie ahead. Whatever the feelings are for you, I encourage you to savor every moment of this day. Look around you. Enjoy the time with your family and friends. Celebrate your success. You deserve it. For we alumni, adding graduates to our network each year is invigorating and exciting. You have such energy, such drive to succeed, and such determination to make a difference. You inspire us. I challenge you to not only embrace that passion now, but to carry it with you through all of life's adventures. 20 years ago, I spent the summer before my senior year of high school traveling the state of Michigan with my mom, touring universities. None was quite right, but I couldn't figure out exactly why. Finally, in the fall, my exasperated mother and I came to UDM for a visit day. I stepped out of the car and knew instantly, UDM was it. It just felt right. It was home. It has now been more than 15 years since I graduated from UDM. Actually, I feel that I never left. As an alumna, I have attended basketball games and theater productions, served on the College of Liberal Arts and Education Alumni Board, taught classes, lectured in classes, and was a chaperone for alternative spring break. UDM is home to me. When I am on campus, I still feel those same feelings I did on that day 20 years ago, but they have been strengthened by my dedication to the mission of this university and the pride of being a Titan. I truly believe that your appreciation for the UDM and the values it has instilled in you will only grow as you walk through life. I encourage you to keep coming home to UDM, to give your time and your talents, to continue to be a part of the unique and wonderful fabric of this great university. As an alumna, I assure you that UDM has prepared you well for success. There is no doubt that you will go on and do great things. More than anything, that is what your diploma promises. And as you have learned during your time here, a UDM education offers a continuing, lifelong challenge. That the great things you do are done in the spirit of service to others, with an eye towards justice and a commitment to making the world a better place. On this important day, the UDM Alumni Association wishes you all the best. We congratulate you on your achievements and welcome you to our proud network of Titan graduates. We invite you to take advantage of the many opportunities for alumni to be involved. And we look forward to cheering you on as you continue to do great things.
Thank you, Ms. McCarroll. President Garibaldi will now present our annual Mission Award. The Vivere ex Missione Award is presented to a student graduating from an undergraduate program who has lived the mission of UDM.
Each year, the Vivere ex Missione Award is presented to a student who best exemplifies the mission of University of Detroit Mercy as expressed in its 4 components: intellectual initiative, social involvement, ethical behavior, and spiritual development. This year's recipient is Lakshmi Kamra Head Hancock from the College of Liberal Arts and Education. Kamra, would you please join me on the platform? Kamra is a true example of living out the mission at UDM. Her nominators have attested to this. Kamra's intellectual curiosity began in our religious studies program, but when she learned that only 30 of the 11,000 members of the American Philosophical Association for African American women, she became determined to increase this number personally. She was honored with awards in both disciplines at this year's honors convocation. Camera takes other students under her wing, sparks lively conversation and debate, and her inquisitiveness is contagious both in and out of the classroom. In addition to her involvement with her church community, she became engaged in several projects on campus to help those in need, and you may have met her at campus events related to peace and social justice. A particular example of her dedication and creative thinking is her organization of a stay-at-home tea and several tea tables in honor of Mother Catherine McAuley, foundress of the Sisters of Mercy. The project was very successful and raised money for a student to attend nursing school in South Sudan.
Yes.
Camera's nominators also describe her as a person of strong faith, and this spiritual commitment is apparent throughout her life. She is a generous person who cares deeply for her family, classmates, students in faraway lands, and the hungry and homeless in this city. She lives the UDM mission with integrity and generous heart. Camera, it is my privilege to present to you with the 2014 Vivere ex Missione Award. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, Camera.
That was a surprise.
A good one. Our ceremony is now completed, and we thank you for attending this event today. We hope you have enjoyed your day at University of Detroit Mercy honoring the class of 2014.